They were following a sheep track that wound around the mountainside. The Pied Piper was leading the way. All of them were dancing and singing. Then, as I watched, the strangest thing began to happen. I could not believe my eyes. The mountainside itself seemed to be opening, just a crack at first, but then with a great grinding and groaning, the track became wider and wider until there was a gaping black cave in the rock face. As I looked on astonished and aghast, the children in their ones and twos vanished into the mountainside until only the Pied Piper was left. "I'm coming!" I cried out. "Wait for me, please! Wait for me! Don't leave me behind!" I waved at him frantically, calling out at the top of my voice. He must have heard me or seen me because he waved back, beckoning me towards him. I staggered on as fast as I could go, but the track was tortuous and steep and my feet were horribly sore. My whole being was heavy with tiredness. It took me a long while to catch up. I came round the last bend in the sheep track to see the Pied Piper disappear inside the mountainside, and it closed again before my eyes. By the time I reached the place where the cave had been, there wasn't even the faintest trace of a crack to be seen. There was a young spruce tree growing out of the side of the rocky hedge, and a single edelweiss beside it. And it was there, hanging on a bench, that the Pied Piper's silver flute was there glistening in the early morning sun. I put my mouth against the rock face and shouted for all it was worth, "Open up! Open up! Let me in!" But there was no answer. I was crying my heart out by this time. Again and again I called, but no one replied. I didn't know what to do. But then it came to me that there might be one last chance. I reached up, I took the flute off the tree, I put it to my lips and I blew, hoping against hope that the magic in the music would open the mountainside up again. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't make a sound come out of this flute, not a single note. That was when I first heard the sound of children singing from deep inside the mountain, and then the voice of the Pied Piper himself. "Listen carefully," he said to me, his voice sounding far away and close by at the same time. "Don't feel sad. I've chosen you especially as my messenger. I need to have someone who can play my flute when the time is right." "What time? What do you mean?" I asked him. "My flute is silent now, and it will remain silent until the mayor and his councillors have the town well again, and they've made it a proper place to go and live. Go back to Hamlin, tell the mayor and all the people from me that if they want their children back, then they must take their town and make it a fit place for children to live.